Hello team, hello. Welcome back to another video. As you guys saw, I uploaded a video with no sound, so fun. So now we're doing post-com against our lovely opponent, the Pittsburg Scizors. I will not be going too crazy mode or yelling or crazy shit, because I did that live com and here I am now. So, if you already watched the other video, shout out to you, my view time I guess. If you actually care about what I'm saying, how I'm building, all that shit, then this is obviously the video for you guys. Shameless plug. Go do both, I guess, because you support the channel. Other than that, let's get into it. So as you guys can see, we got his team on the bottom. We got Corviknight, Lycanroc, Gudra, Quillfish, Trevenant, Mamoswine, God of War, Umbreon, Typhlosion, and Electros. Mr. Eel and the Terra Captain on this guy's team here is Rock, Fairy, and Fire. So overall, his team is pretty strong. Well, he has some strong hitters, I should say. He has like Scarf Gardevoir, completely 6-0 our team, and Banded Lycanroc also punches quite a bit of holes in the team. Specs Typhlosion punches a lot of holes in the team. Problematic. I was really concerned about something like a Banded Lycanroc. Not to mention, if Corviknight sets up on us, could also be a problem. Yeah. So strengths for us, I guess, matchup wise, I would say is his team has really poor hazard control when it comes to our team. Comes to interacting with our team, because we have a competitive Mon and Kilowattrel, and obviously the GOAT Annihilate, sorry, has Defiant. So the default on Corvi there is much harder to feel comfortable clicking, and so Spikes goes a long way against his team, right? Helps us really whittle down all these big threats we just chatted about. Umbreon also is kind of a threat because we can't actually kill him. Well, we can kill Umbreon 1v1, but like with Wish, Protect, and Toxic, like it gets a little messy. And so I had to fashion a way to really cripple Umbreon as the game progressed. Right? It's kind of the idea I had. And obviously it's Quillfish as well. That could be a Suicide League, could just be a Spikes League, could be Toxic Spam. Like in general, Quillfish is pretty good, and then Gudra also does decent pumpage of damage, if I do say so myself. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about, and obviously Mamoswine as well. Mamoswine always does damage, so it is what it is, right? Like the guy's basically perfect coverage, 130 attack, pretty good abilities. So overall, that's his team. That's kind of the brief matchup summary. That's what I'm thinking. So with that being said, let's get into the builder. So first things first, like I said, we have to bring back our Delphox. Delphox is doing beautiful work in the season so far, and this week we are running a sub-calm mindset, specifically because I can do a lot of damage very quickly to his team if I get the ball rolling with this set. So we're rocking max HP, 104 speed, 104 speed, 104 speed dev, my bad, and 52 special attack, which is just a leftover investment. Leftovers Blaze, Timid Nature, that's the vibe. Sub, Calm Mind, Flamethrower, and Psyshock. This also, I guess the nice thing about postcom is I can just give you like the fucking monologue, you know? I can give you so much content that like so much context, I guess, because I'm not pressured. So, alright, so let's give you the real rundown of how I came to this conclusion, because this is about the shiestiest set we had this week. Mostly what would happen is I tried Scarf. I thought Scarf was pretty good. Let's just do a lot of stuff. Let me Terra Fairy, dodge the Accelerock kill on something like Lycanroc. Psyshock hits Gudra super well, and so I thought Scarf was good with Terra Fire because it was really hard for him to switch in, because Gudra would quickly get whittled down by overheats, with the exception of Typhlosion, because Typhlosion has Flash Fire, so that kind of sucked to be Specs. So then I moved to Scarf, like I said, to try to just break and do stuff with like Trick and Encore and really quirky things. Wasn't going so well, mostly because every time God of War came in, it clicked Moonblast, and I was a little scared to go to other mods because the coverage that God of War has, you know, Electric, Fire, Grass, Fairy, Psychic coverage in general was very strong against my team. So I was scared to make other pivots. So I constantly went to Delphox, having a decent speed stat, resist most attacks, right, coming out. So I ended up using Delphox as a pivot a lot. Then I moved to Boots because I didn't want to get Spike like hazard stack on. But then I kind of realized, I was like, I'll just play around rocks. Like I played an extra 10 games of Mox with some buddies of mine, and I realized like I'll just try so freaking hard to just perma-spin or get him to defog that I don't think I need boots, so I went with lefties. And then I was like, oh, if I'm moving leftovers, then I might as well just commit to leftovers, right? Help me break Umbreon. This is really the Umbreon counter. That's how I came to this build setup. Because with this investment, max HP and Spadef, this gives us ample opportunity to set up on things like God of War. Modest, this is why there's so much Spadef. Modest, Moonblast from God of War can never ever break this thin sub. So I was like, okay, cool. This is what we will run. And then I can set up an Umbreon. Obviously, if I get a +6, like I can't lose, right? Like look at my Mon, right? And if I'm behind a sub, then I can always kill Lycanroc as a revenge. We'll break Corviknight, we break Corphish, we break everything. It's a very strong team. But for us to set up on Mr. Umbreon, because Toxic is a thin, because I was thinking it was Toxic Wish Protect Foul Play. I don't think he was bringing Roar this week. If you brought Roar, then other mons were much easier to navigate. Anyway, to set up on this set so we don't lose to Mr. Umbreon, we obviously brought Terra Fairy, so we could just sub up, boom, 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 bada bin, bada boom. I think if I'm at +2 Calm Mind, God of War can't break my sub anyway, so that's also strong if I'm Fairy type. So the idea is to kind of late game coming, get a couple Calm Minds up, and just go to town with Delphox here. That's kind of the idea. Alright, next up, I assume my goat. Oh, not my goat. So next up we have Samurott. So this Samurott set, like I said, is really just about spikes. I knew I wanted spikes. I knew I wanted to spike stack this week, as most weeks I probably will try to. First of all, I kind of wanted to go something like a choice band set, because I was like, oh, choice band, SD Aqua Jet kind of looks nice here. Sacred Sword coverage is good, but I found that it was a little hard because Corviknight, if it was max lives, any hit, the body presses and kills me. Or U-turns does a lot of damage. It's very hard, right? Not to mention if he's like Iron Defense and stuff, then I get set up fodder and we lose, and not a big fan of losing like that. I also figured out that Mr. Corphish here, while I don't think it's going to be Intimidate, because again, Intimidate, similar to Defog, has pretty negative interactions with Kilowatt Roll X Annihilate. I was like, hey, if I was Banded, I was just two-shotting this thing upon impact, like it does not matter. I thought it would be Poison Point to try to punch Ape. But then 50-50 to put Poison my Mon, compared to 50-50 Poison my Mon, and then also kill Quillfish. Is it worth? It probably is worth. So, so it was hard to tell. So I went with SD. SD wasn't doing too good. We went Sash, we were not so good. And then I moved on to Band. Choice Band was putting in an immense amount of work. I really love Choice Band. But the problem with Choice Band was, basically, I would go for Sleeceless Edge, do half damage to Quillfish if it's not Intimidate. If it is Intimidate, it does like 40, 35, 40. It does a decent chunk. Then he goes into Umbreon, he Wish passes to his whole team. Corviknight, if it's Corviknight comes in on the Wish, and then Corviknight can Iron Defend and kill me. Not to mention it can just kind of perma defog with pressure, and then like, it's a very bad game for me. Very bad game. And so I was like, okay, let's go Black Glasses then, because we have to be Jolly to outspeed Quillfish, because if it's Suicide Quillfish, then like, he gets a spike up, then he explodes, and it's like, maybe Thunder Waves me, like it's really bad. So I have to be Max, can't be Adamant. I was like, okay, let's go Black Glasses, just to boost this edge spam as much as we can. We're running Sacred Sword, so we can really cuck Umbreon. We don't want Umbreon to Wish Pass ever. We run Taunt, because Taunt is again our anti-lead. This was our lead, I believe. I believe that's the plan, is this to be our lead, so we can't get spike stacked on Quillfish, so we can't get like cheesed Iron Defense set up on stuff like this. Then we have Sucker just for some late game priority. With Black Glasses, it does about 61% to God of War, right? Also helps us deal with like a Scarf Typhlosion after a couple hazard rounds, stuff like this. So this is mostly just to get rocks up there, get spikes up there, be a nuisance. It's not super stall breaky, but it has some stall breaking potential with Taunt. Max attack, just enough speed to outspeed max speed Quillfish, and then the rest is in defense. And unironically, that defense is important because I believe that lets us live 100% of the time a Life Orb Adamant Earthquake from Mamoswine. So if you just led Mamoswine, or maybe it was Bandit, basically it was some intense Mamoswine set, if you just let it, like, he could kill me one tap, that 40 investment actually made the difference. There you go. That's what we got for Mr. Blackstar this week. Next up, my goat, Mr. Bacchus. This guy was really hard to decide how I want to build him this week, because I love Annihilate. I just don't know what I want Annihilate to do this week, because like standard bulk up is I think pretty hard when he's like Trick God of War, Special Attacking God of War, Eruption on Mr. Typhlosion. Like I'm tanky, but I can't take all of those hits. I can take most of them, but not all of them like in succession. Plus that he has something like bulk up Corviknight, maybe taunt Corviknight, so I can't beat it. Like, you know what I mean? He has Poison Point Mons, some Toxic Mons as well, so Gujo got Scald now, so he can like always fish for a Scald on me. So there's some shenanigans, you know what I'm saying? And we went through a couple thoughts. I thought about like Lead Annihilate, I thought about Scarf Annihilate, I thought about Bandit Annihilate, and then we kind of came to this like Leftovers supportive Annihilate, and it was Rage Fist, Drain Punch, U-Turn, and Counter. If you see my investment, we have max HP, 152 defense, and with that investment, I was able to take the Corviknight Bravebird comfortably, well enough to where I can counter it and kill it. I thought that was super cool, super shiesty, but the problem was that I played 7 or 8 games, and never once was I in the position where I was like, oh yeah, I want to stay in and bait this, right? Because maybe Corviknight would just roost that turn because Corviknight's cringe and it was Rocky Helmet every game, right? So I was like, okay, like this isn't working out. So we moved to Taunt. Taunt was nice because it denied like bulk up on Corviknight. It denied like Toxic on Quillfish. It denied Umbreon. It was a big thing. So then we did some more investment, and I put 92 into our attack here. So we always beat Umbreon 1v1, right? We had the Taunt. Boom, boom, boom. You know, that's a taunt animation. Boom, boom, boom. And then Drain Punch, Drain Punch, Drain Punch. You could always beat that. Overall, this was kind of a physical switch, physically defensive switch kind of vibe. I will say this investment got a little more specific, where with this investment, I can take a equivalent to +1 play rough from Tough Claws Lycan Rock. So either that is Choice Band, not Terra, play rough, we can tank, or it was Terra, Terra Fairy, not Choice Band. I could tank. I could not tank Terra Fairy, Choice Band, but I could really never do that. I would have to run a different item and all this other shit, so I was just like, whatever. This, again, I was really scared of Choice Banded Accelerock spam late game. This is a pretty nice rock switch in. It's going to be overall pretty good. Our 12 Spadef investment with our HP investment lets us live a modest Moonblast from full 100% of the time from God of War, which is pretty insane that like all I need is 12 investment and then max HP, because we're rocking Adamant Nature with our 92 attack investment, like I said, for Drain Punch, Drain Punch, Drain Punch damage. Obviously Rage Fist is always good. And then Force Speed, just in case he... Basically Force Speed let me speed creep everything up to like 40 investment on Quillfish. So if you did 44 investment on Quillfish, I would actually notice with the damage, right? So that's if he's max speed Quillfish for like Suicide Lead again, which I don't think he will. That's kind of the thing I'm thinking about. I don't think anyone else is really thinking about that. So that's Annihilate for this week. Basically, come in, be like a pseudo check to Lycan Rock Dusk, in addition to being able to like beat Umbreon 1v1, stall break Corviknight, other things like this. We have used it obviously for momentum. Boom. Done. What's next? Gastrodon. Otalu. So Otalu, Mr. Gastrodon, or Mrs. Gastrodon rather. This week is basically my, oh shit, I need a Specs Typhlosion switch in with Eruption. So that's why we have 92 special defense investment with a Calm Nature, and then 240 HP, and the rest is in defense. And this is kind of our phase 2 of dealing with banded Lycan Rock. We can handle Choice Band Stone Edges, we can handle Terra Fairy like close combats, I should say, sorry, stuff like this. So overall it was a relatively good option just to soak physical damage. It's okay in the Mammal Swine. Obviously Freeze Drive for Mammal is like a little scary. We can get rocks up on Corviknight. It's pretty good all that. This is really just a generic switch in. This takes minimal damage from God of War with the exception of something like Energy Ball as well. So overall, pretty good. Get rocks up, be a nuisance. be our water immunity for Scald Spam Gudra, maybe? Something like this, right? So that was Gastrodon's plan. Again, just a Gloomon, not very exciting. Then we had the debut of Zephyrus. You know, if you know what which win that is, then tell me in the comments below. But this week, Zephyrus debut, he's coming strictly to beat Corviknight. So we're rocking 136 speed, which is basically enough to outspeed everything in the game. So basically the Lycanroc. Max HP, 124 defense with a timid nature. Thunderbolt, Hurricane, U-turn, and Roost with Rocky Helmet. So this Mon, like I said, I'm playing so hard to get rocks off the field anywhere, I don't need boost on this Mon. So this Mon was designed to beat Corviknight. Whether it was setup Corviknight, especially defensive Corviknight, physically defensive Corviknight, U-turn spam Corv, whatever the fuck, right? Even defog, right? Competitive, bum 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 bum. You know, get my +2, start going crazy mode on him, right? The only real Mon that wants to come in on this would be like a Gudra or Umbreon, but again, we want Umbreon to be forced in. We have Taunt Mons, we have Sub Calm Mind Disable, Sub Calm Mind Delphox. We're on the D syllable there. So it's okay if Umbreon comes in. We have Roost for some longevity. Thunderbolt and Hurricane just generically hits his team pretty hard, considering we have a 105 special attack stat. And overall, pretty good Mon. It's really just, it's like, it goes with Gudra to be a glue Mon very effectively, which I like. It was very strong in that regard. I wanted to run something like Volt Absorb to like really wall Eel, but then I was like, oh well, it will probably run U-turn anyway because I have Gastrodon. So it's like, why would you ever do that? So I was like, fair enough. Also, I found Trace Gardevoir was kind of being a nuisance between this or Water Absorb on my Gastrodon. Like, it's just free immunities. So I was like, okay, let's just run competitive. Another way to punish Corviknight, and we'll just do some good damage with that. And that was Zephyrus for this week, the debut. Pretty excited to use this Mon actually. This typing's really good, and then like its stats so fast that I can be put into other spots. Like, it's really budget Zapdos, which is not a bad thing. Zapdos is a, you know, probably top 20 Mon of all time competitively. Zapdos is very good, so very exciting. And finally, we brought him back. I've been talking this whole day, this whole video, well, this whole intro, I guess, the 17 minutes I've been on for about how we're playing so hard to get rid of rocks, Ooga Booga, and this is the guy to do it. Accelerate, Cyclozar's back. We got heavy duty boots again, max HP, 168 speed, same idea to outspeed Mr. Lycanroc there, 88 defense just so we can take hits like foul play better. Facade, knockoff, Rabbit Spin, and U-turn. I'm back on the Facade train. I've never used so much Facade in my life, but I have to have someone to take a status move, so he's the guy. He's the guy for the job. Yeah, so this guy basically is my spinner. It beats Trevenant with the exception of Drain Punch, but Trevenant doesn't one-shot move that shit anyway. We have complete supportive moveset, even if I get Toxicked by Umbreon, which is kind of his job is to get Toxicked. We do about 35% of Spit F Umbreon. Honestly, 35, 2 rounds, Force a Wish, make some action happen, not bad. We can knock off Umbreon, that's usually what happens. I knock off Umbreon, be a nuisance. U-turn spam, good chip, and then Rapid Spin again for chip. So all of this is nice. If I'm toxic as well, I do like 70% or something to like maybe more to Specs Gardevoir. If for some reason it's Specs Gardevoir, not Scarf. So it's an interesting potential revenge killer in that regard. It's pretty good. It's funny that so it's fine. It's pretty good Mon, I guess. Sorry, I got distracted there. But yeah, overall, Accelerate's pretty good. Just really a guy who's going to switch into Poltergeists. His typing's pretty good here, right? It can be a pivot into something like a Scarf Typhlosion. It can be a pivot into Eel, stuff like this, right? So it's just a pivot Mon. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. So that is our team against the Pittsburg Scizors. I'll see you guys in the other video. Make a third video on this shenanigans. Hell no. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Okay, let's not do that. I'll see you guys in a minute. Welcome to the battle. It is post-com. I'm depressed. We'll get over it. So when I look at his team, the first thing I see is that he did not bring Cool Fish, so we'd probably be clicking Taunt a lot less. What else do I see? I see all the main threats are here, no Trevenant, so we get free spins, which is very nice. And yeah, overall, I'm pretty excited to play this. Make sure everything's muted. You guys don't need to see this cheeks sound. So, I played this like a week ago, so I'm a little concerned that like I don't know the turns. Alright, so I wasn't expecting God of War lead. I was expecting like a Mamoswine lead, or maybe a Corviknight lead, or even an Eel lead is all acceptable. If it was Suicide lead, Lycanroc, I would have got that too. I was not expecting the one Mon to 6-0 my whole team to be here. So I was a little stressed out, so I went hard into Delphox. We talked about this in the team builder. This is our switch in 22%, as you guys can see. So here I was like, okay, like I should probably just Calm Mind Raw and then and start trying to break. Maybe I click Fire Move too. I think Fire Move. I couldn't decide if I should click a Flamethrower or if I should Calm Mind Raw. I think Calm Mind Flat is pretty acceptable. Sorry, Discord is diffing me. Yet. Alright. So, I believe I Calm Mind this turn, right? Surely I Calm Mind. Calm Mind Shice play. Actually, I just Flamethrower for damage. Not bad. Oh, this also helps me scout the damage on Umbreon. So then I sub immediately on Umbreon on Toxic. Very cool. And so at this point, I'm like, oh, like, I can just... I couldn't decide. I was like, Calm Mind Raw seems really useless. Switching up feels bad because I just subbed. I was like, oh, what happens if I just Terra and start trying to like get my engine going? Which I don't think is great because, like I said in the team builder, a whole game plan is to just play like a spikes-based game, get some chip damage, U-turn, Volt Switch value as well. Mostly U-turn, right? Only the 2 U-turn mounts I have here today. So yeah, we're gonna U-turn, get chip, spikes chip, Rocks chip from Gastrodon, and like draw this game out to where like the conditions for Delphox is very easy to punish or very easy to sweep. Instead, I'm a monkey and just said no. I was like, I'm gonna Calm Mind now. So sometimes you have monkey brain like me, but this is fine. Not fine. Well, this 1v1 is fine for us, right? Can't break sub, awesome grave. There's nothing Gastrodon could do in this situation. Mamoswine comes in. I sub because I thought he'd be faster than me. I was like, okay, so EQ me, I'm gonna sub, it's gonna be free. This guy did not do that. Because I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's AV Assault Vest, maybe, even though AV Assault Vest, like, literally dies to +2 Nasty Block Grass Knot, but whatever. I was like, maybe it's like, it's obviously Thick Fat is what I'm thinking, right? So he Trailblazers. I'm like, this guy's smoking the Zaza. I'm like, he's Trailblazers, he's smoking the Zaza. I cannot imagine, like, what? But Trailblaze makes me think, like, is it Life Orb? Like, what is it? Like, I couldn't think of it, figure it out. It is Life Orb, okay. Because I thought maybe, oh, maybe he's AV. Maybe he's like Stab, Trailblaze, Heavy Slam, right? Or a Rock move or something. Like, Freeze Dry, I guess, would right? Have to be the last one. I don't know. But then I outspeed him at +1. Which is insane, because we know that I don't have max speed on this mon, but whatever. Alrighty, so obviously we switch out here, not a big deal. I go into Annihilate hard, because at this point I'm just like, he's never ever clicking like Play Rough, Psychic Fan, you know the deal, that kind of vibe, so. He shows to be Life Orb again. So he has double Life Orb mon. And what I would assume to be Scarf God of War. If you guys know me, I'm not a big fan of Life Orb, because I feel like basically this situation. So boom, I took 20% HP this turn, he took 10. I took double the damage he took took half the damage I took this turn, is like how I want to put it. And I did nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? So then I go into Gastrodon trying to bait out the Play Rough. And this is a miscalc by me in the game. I was like, oh, I can take any one hit. I did not do like I've never checked the Life Orb calc. If this was not Life Orb, this does like 45% or something. But the Life Orb is shice. The extra, 20% actually obviously is a big deal. So I was like, at this point I'm scared. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose. Like, this one is a crazy. I'm thinking, is this just 4 attacks? 4 attacks, maybe 3 attacks with the rocks at the end? Like, a Celerock, what's it called? Stealth Arc? I was so scared. I was like, what am I gonna do? So we play this again, kills me. Okay. Gastrodon's gone. That fucking sucks. Because I'm not getting rocks up this game. Okay, what do we do? Go to Delphox. At this point, I'm like, I live in one hit, and I can revenge kill him back. Because he doesn't have, like, a steel move, right? 75%, huge damage on me. Flamethrower, I kill him. Awesome, great. Okay. 27, kinda scary. So at this point, I'm like, what am I going to do? Because God of War kind of 6-0s my team. Because my main God of War switch in here is weekend, and Gastrodon, which would be my pivot, is also weekend. It's gone, right? Okay. Going to Cyclizar, I sack Cyclizar. I feel like this is the only possible way to come back. Not come back. Only possible way to get out of losing what I think is a win con in the game. Remember, this is turn 12. You guys can't really see. This is turn 12. Right? Turn 12. We have no spikes up. My Rockmon is dead, no rocks up. And my main God of War switch in is weakened. Like, it basically dies in 2 hits. And my Gastrodon is dead, so my other potential God of War switch in also can't switch in. Nice. Awful conditions this game. I've played so bad. And I'm kind of like, I mean, you can kind of watch my facial expression in the other game, in the other video. I'm like having a stroke, right? I'm sweating almost. Like, I'm getting all clammy and shit. I'm choking on dicks. Like, it's not a good look for me. But obviously, we're here to win the season. We're not fucking around. Season 2 champ. We've been in similar positions before. Sometimes I play like a monkey. So, okay, at this point, what is our win con? The win con right now is somehow kill God of War, because I will lose to God of War. I'll instantly lose. I still think Ape is going to be Umbreon. Ape beats Electros. Ape can soft check Corvi. I think Ape has a lot of value. I think Delphox with sub Calm Mind can beat Umbreon 1v1. Like, I'm very confident in my building and my set for that, so I'm not worried about it. Samurot's a little useless, because at this point, like, 2 grounded mons are dead, Levitate mon, Flying mon. I don't think I'm going to get a lot of damage off on God, so I don't think Spike will go a long way, and we have Wish Protect here as well. So I don't think Spikes are actually that good. So Samurott at this point feels very almost useless. Like, it feels pretty bleak to use, which is not great. Anyway, this is how we win. Sorry, not win. Well, kind of. The only way we can win now is if I Hurricane, because Hurricane, I think it's a roll too. I have to Hurricane, and I have to get a mid-roll. If I get a mid-roll, it's Jover. Because my Hurricane has to do, like, 39%. If it doesn't do that much damage, Sucker can't kill. Not to mention this guy can still play around Sucker perfectly fine. Look at his pieces that are up, correct? So, the only play we have now is to go for Hurricane, get as much damage off as possible. Hopefully we can kill this with Sucker. Hopefully we can, you know, get the +2 or +3 on Delphox, live any hit. Like, this is the only win con we have. Zephyrus kind of has to show up big this game, because it's his debut. I don't know. It's Jova. That's what I gotta say. So, that's kind of the stakes. I mean, go watch the video. You can look at my facial expression. I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm stressing out. I'm having a stroke. Like, this is the only way. Like, ugh. So we're going to Zephyrus. We do live any one hit. Like, there's nothing you can do to kill me, so that's really good. But let's see what we get. Wait. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna refocus my camera. Sorry. Okay, you see my face? Nice. Okay. You guys see my hole in the wall? Not the best look. Anyway, I'll get over it. I'm getting distracted. It's because I'm trying to run away from my, I'm trying to get away from this stressful situation, okay? So we go to Zephyrus. We live the Moonblast. Low-key, I really prayed that he got the special attack drop. 30%. Hey, do me a solid. Hit my competitive boost, do crazy damage. That would be amazing, but not the case, not the case. Hacks only when it benefits the opponent, am I right, guys? Anyway. Could you imagine? Anyway, so Hurricane, boom, 39 on the dot. Zephyrus coming up big. That's all he can do. Literally, that's the only thing this guy can do. Okay, cool. My guy dies. So now we can lose to fucking Corviknight, but hopefully he doesn't know that. Go for Sucker. He stays in. Kind of a big mistake by the opponent, low-key. Low-key, low-key. But it doesn't matter. I take the win there. I take the small win. We're still not out of the woods yet, though. Like, he's Wish Pass. If this is set up Corviknight, we lose. We can lose, I should say. And he has full HP Electros. Boom. Electros is in. I'm like, fuck it. We ball. 60% Ceaseless Edge. We should live the Volt Switch. Expertly calced, by the way. And I Ceaseless Edge again. Nice. Any Brave Birds. Okay. So we have 2 Laser Spikes up, which is nice to pressure Umbreon Wish. Again, it doesn't really matter. I didn't think going for Taunt or something like this mattered. At this point, I'm like, okay, go to Delphox. I'll be honest, I think he actually lives. But he doesn't know that. I'm in Blaze, though. I'm in Blaze, so maybe he doesn't live. If he's Spadef, he might live, because I'm not... We only have 52 special attack investment, but he doesn't need to know that. Alright, so my guy comes in, I Flamethrower, get the kill. Awesome, great. Lefties tick me up, boom, boom, boom. So at this point, I think this is a mistake for my opponent. I was like, wow, like I can win this game. I'm gonna sub. I'm gonna Calm Mind. It takes three turns to break my sub, which is 18% on leftovers. And that would be +2. And then he's gonna have to Wish Protect. Like the long term game, I win. Fantastic. So I go for my sub. Foul play. Boom. Damage. Yummy. By the way, the fact that sub plus Blaze is like a thing is so awesome, by the way. And then this guy crits me. He fucking crits me, which matters because I can't sub. I'm gonna fucking lose. So I obviously have to switch it to Annihilate because again, I truly believe that Delphox is the way to win this game. Awesome, great, my guy's in. He's gonna protect here. I go for Drain Punch. I do know this guy obviously lives the Drain Punch comfortably. Just shows me that he's very specially defensive. And now I'm like, oh, he's gonna go for Protect turn. I go into Delphox. This turn 24. Like I said, turn 24. Huge deal. I know I'm not hyping this up as much as I probably should, because in-game I was going crazy, right? But turn 24 is a big deal. I know he's going to protect. I have to get this lefty's turn. Because this leftovers turn is going to give me enough to sub. I have to have this. I have to have it. Do you guys hear me, team? Team, do you hear me? I have to have this. If I do not have this lefty's turn, I lose the game. Because I need to sub to dodge Toxic. Oh, yes, you could just miss Toxic, but like, I have to have it. I predict the protect. I get this shit in. Awesome, we're on. At this point, I don't remember if I switch out or not. I feel like I probably should switch out and start forcing Drain Punches, because I have like Rage Fist on Rage Fist on Rage Fist, like, you know? I do. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. 33 is pretty good damage. He should protect here. Yeah, he does. But I'm looking for a Drain Punch, as you guys know. I could try to make a shiesty play for Rage Fist or something, but instead I taunt here on Wish, which I think is good. Like this, all of this is nice for me. Then I Drain Punch here for 20%, big damage. At this point though, I'm pretty confident it does die. 56%, 62. It'll be 60 something. I couldn't decide if I should taunt here. If I taunt on the potential Roost, then I feel very strong. But my Rage Fist, when I did the calcing, because we're adamant with some investment, it does about 46% because we've been hit a couple of times now. So well, I believe we're at 150. We believe we're at 150. So I believe this was like 45% min or something. Like, it was a significant chunk, and I was like, oh, like, I couldn't decide if I just couldn't decide if Taunt was better. Because I also thought maybe he'll predict the Rage Fist and he'll just go hard into Umbreon. And in that world, Rage Fist is still better than Taunt. But in the world where I Rage Fist him for 45 here, he'll Roost. Basically, he'll go down to like 20%, and then he'll Roost for 70. So he only gets 8% back this turn. And I was like, oh, like, that's not bad. That's not awful. Because based off the calc I've seen from other moves at this point, with like Drain Punch and Shadow Rage Fist, at this point I'm like, whoa, sorry, not Rage Fist, just Drain Punches. I know for a fact that this guy is physically defensive, so Flame is going to do a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. So I was like pretty comfortable with that. It was Fizz Def Corviknight when this is Spidef Umbreon, which is nice. So with that in mind, I kept Rage Fist just in case, basically just because if it makes some random Umbreon play, which I don't think is awful, because Toxic will kill me this turn, and he wants to wish. He wants to try to stop my guy. If he made some weird play, I think Rage Fist is fine. Taunt also is fine here. I was just concerned that like maybe I don't kill or something, right? So I Rage Fist for 44. I could get the low roll, but that's okay. Boom. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty good because I'm gonna Flame to kill this, right? I mean, he can switch out if he wants, but I don't want to say dead turn, every non-pressure turn, every turn he doesn't exert pressure onto my mon, I get HP back because of my wonderful leftovers. Cersei is going crazy. I think it's Cersei. Whatever, you get the idea. So I was like, okay, like we'll just click Flame, get the kill, call it good. Don't want it to break my sub or anything. Turn 30, turn 31 is the fucking time, boys. So, sorry, I'm looking at my mixer. So, this is basically what the game comes down to. Can my Delphox set, which basically, I went to bed, I had a dream, I came up, I was like, this is the Delphox set, which is kind of crazy to think about, but that's basically, I had a dream, and I was like, yes, it's perfect. So this set I have not mocked with, it was all in theory, so the idea is, can my theory surpass play here? And so this is what the game boils down to. Can my Mon beat this? In theory, it should. I don't know if he... I think it will be close, right? So I was pretty stressed. I still think I can. I'm very confident when I build, right? Oh, this is going to happen. I got this in the bag. Let's see what happens. Whew. So we sub. He foul plays. Again, it takes 3 turns. I Calm Mind here. No crit. Awesome. I now have to Flame because I need to stop putting pressure down. Oh, I actually Calm Mind. Okay. How can win? Never mind, I'm the GOAT. I counted my turns perfectly, so I get another sub. Okay, so at this point, we sub. The crit doesn't matter. Great. So now we can Flame. Because of Blaze and +2, even if he's Spidef, it will do like 45% or something. Like, it should do 45%. Like, it should do a good amount of damage to where he's pressured to Wish Protect. So I Flame for 53. I do not believe that's a high roll. I believe that he was mixed defense Umbreon. I don't actually know. I probably should have asked him. But that time is kind of past. Feels bad, man. But that's okay. So I see... Oh, wait. I can kill this guy. No problemo. It doesn't crit me again. And then I Calm Mind one more time. I Calm Mind one more time because I was like... He crits me on that one. That's cringe. But I Calm Mind one more time because I was like... I don't want that to be like some high roll, min roll. Like, I just want that to be generic damage. Anyway, Delphox is able to take it home. And with that being said, with Delphox taking it home, as you guys saw from my Bana video that is muted, so shout out to all the deaf people, I guess. Delphox now succumbs. Basically, Delphox comes into possession of the title of being the kill leader for this league so far. This is week 4, so halfway through the season, Delphox has the most kills in the league. So shout out to Delphox, putting in incredible work. And we used a bunch of different sets too. Like week 1, we used AV defensive check, which is cool. Week 2, rocked up with specs, Terrifier, overheat, one shot everything, very fun. Week 3, fuck, what did we use week 3? Oh, we used agility heavy duty boots, very cool. And this week we used sub Calm Mind, very fun as well. So GG to my opponents, the Pittsburg Scizors. He had a very, very interesting team to build for it. Very strong team offensively. And then I showed up on the day and played pretty bad. But this is why we always build. So I always build competently. That's why you always got to practice your building skills. Because in theory, this built it. This got the job done, and then practice it did as well, with no mark usage is all. So. Like I said, GG to my opponent, the Pittsburg Scizors. Stay tuned for more PBO content. I swear to God, I will never, ever... Okay, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't make statements I can't keep. But I swear I will make sure that they are live comms. Because, I mean, post comms fine, but like post comms not what I want it to be, you know? So, feels bad, I guess. But, yep, I have returned. As you guys we got interrupted on my outro. But anyway, yes, GG my opponent, the Pittsburg Scizors, was fun, even though I kind of played bad. But we came back, so remember, just like game week 1, don't tilt, you know, strong mental, strong mental. And then we'll move on to next week where we face off against the Vancouver Valiants, you know, a little Canada on Canada action, you know what I'm saying? Respectable. But yep, with that, I'll see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be live comm, because I mean post comm is just so much less exciting, but that's okay. Yep, I'll see you guys in the next video. See you, bye.